Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 57th Annual IAPD Convention and Plastics Showcase. We are all here because we are part of the International Association of Plastics Distribution. Together, as an association, we are here to celebrate plastics. The people who make this association exciting and vibrant, the relationships that fuel our businesses, and the phenomenal networking opportunities that come from all being together in the same place. Together, we are IAPD. Together, we are plastics. Together we celebrate plastics in the magic city of Miami, home of sparkling pools, miles of white beaches, exciting nightlife, tropical cuisine, a lively art scene, decadent shopping, and terrific golf. The heart of IAPD is its members and the devoted leadership over the past 57 years. Thank you to all the past presidents, easily recognizable in their green jackets. When you get a moment this week, let them know how much you appreciate their contributions to this association. Also, be sure to thank all the sponsoring companies who have helped make this outstanding event happen. And don't forget about all the unsung heroes of our association, the volunteers serving on committees, working year-round to grow the association, provide new and exciting products and services, help promote plastics to the rest of the world, show the environmental benefits of plastic, educate lawmakers, and much more. Your IAPD board is made up of dedicated individuals who are committed to making IAPD a rich, vibrant, enjoyable association for all its members. Let's thank your board. Let's also thank your executive committee, who has the vision and leadership to guide IAPD into next year and beyond. IAPD is honored to recognize certain membership milestones. This year, celebrating 25 years as IAPD members, we are pleased to honor these companies. We're also thrilled to honor the following companies who are celebrating their 50th year as IAPD members in 2013. Thermoplastic Processes Incorporated and Modern Plastics. Every year, IAPD is very pleased to honor companies and individuals for their achievements. Company-wide achievements are honored with the Education Circle of Champions Award and the Environmental Excellence Award. These awards recognize the dedication and achievements of all employees of a member company in education-related activities and sustainability practices. The IAPD Education Committee established the Education Circle of Champions to acknowledge member firms that actively participate in and promote educational and training initiatives within their company, the association, and the plastics industry. This distinct honor recognizes those companies that have placed significant value on continuing plastics education inside and outside their organizations through the implementation and use of IAPD's training programs and educational resources. Let's take a moment and applaud the commitment to educational excellence on the part of the following companies. The 2013 Gold Level Circle of Champions recipients are Laird Plastics, Redwood Plastics Corporation, a member of Prisma Plastics International Incorporated, and Cope Plastics Incorporated. The 2013 Silver Level Circle of Champions recipients are Total Plastics Incorporated and Nilotech Incorporated. We congratulate all 5 companies on their achievement this year. The IAPD Environmental Committee established the IAPD Environmental Excellence Award to recognize innovative or exemplary environmental responsibility by a member firm. Please join the IAPD Environmental Committee in congratulating the following companies for their achievements. The Best New Program recipient this year is Regal Plastic Supply Company, selected for their company-wide program branded as Going Green. In addition to tracking plastics recycling, non-plastics recycling, and energy consumption, the company is also increasing their stock of green and recycled products which they promote to their customers. The Most Improved Program Award for 2013 goes to Kerbel Plastics Incorporated for the company's continued improvement and advocacy for green business practices. This past year, Kerbel has made energy-saving infrastructure improvements at its headquarters and branch locations, worked with a vendor to eliminate individually wrapped parts in polybags, which has prevented 450 tons of waste from going to a landfill, and is partnering with neighboring businesses to help make recycling a more profitable activity for all the companies involved with the program. The Most Innovative Program Award for 2013 goes to Cast Nylons Limited, who are being honored for their thorough approach to the corporate-wide Eco Green program implemented just within the past couple of years. Cast Nylon's comprehensive program includes recycling, energy-efficient infrastructure improvements, and emission reductions for cleaner air. The Best Recycling Program Award for 2013 goes to Cope Plastics Incorporated, which has expanded its solar-powered recycling facility to accept 33 different grades of plastic, or nearly 90% of the material distributed through or consumed by the company. Cope Plastics has recently started a single-stream post-consumer recycling program that can take plastic bottles, cardboard, cans, and glass from nearly 100 employees who live in communities too small to support a curbside recycling program. And the 2013 Best Overall Program Award goes to Laird Plastics for their work up and down the supply chain to ensure the efficient and environmentally sustainable collection of plastic waste. Some key accomplishments include recycling for 48 of the company's facilities and hundreds of customers, and recycling for customers in 46 different states and 7 Canadian provinces. Laird Plastics is on track to recycle 12 million pounds of plastic in 2013. It is IAPD's great privilege to reward members each year for their exceptional service to the association, profound leadership within the plastics industry, and for pioneering environmental practices and the education of their employees and the public. The first award for individual achievements to be presented today is the President's Award, given to an individual who has gone above and beyond in their volunteer capacity for the association. IAPD is pleased to announce that the recipient of this year's President's Award is Karen DeBard, CPMR. Karen has truly gone above and beyond the call of duty this year as a volunteer. While serving on the board, Karen has also been active in the Manufacturers Representatives Common Interest Group and serves on both the Convention and Expo Committee and the Marketing Committee. Karen is a successful mentor with the Future Leaders Program, taking her mentees under her wing and helping them get up to speed quickly and on their way to becoming active, engaged IAPD volunteers. When the Marketing Committee needed a temporary chair earlier this year, Karen stepped up and took on that role as well. We thank Karen for all her additional service to the IAPD this year.
I am honored to be the recipient of this year's President's Award. I would like to thank the Executive Committee for recognizing me. I truly enjoy the work that I do with my fellow board members, committee members, and the staff at IAPD, and look forward to continuing that work in the future. Thank you.
The Pacesetter Award is presented in recognition of an IAPD volunteer leader who set the pace for the association. For his work with revitalizing and leading the International Strategy Task Force, IAPD is pleased to honor Ron Court with the 2013 Pacesetter Award. IAPD has struggled for more than 20 years to define its role as an international association. After Ron agreed to take over as chair of the International Strategy Task Force, he delivered results in a very short time. He has built an engaged task force of dedicated volunteers, developed a proposal for funding and a strategy for defining IAPD's international direction, and provided support to the task force by having his communications assistant Beth Larson involved to help staff manage the task force. Ron has provided resources and his rich experience to help guide IAPD's efforts to build an international presence. Given that setting, the international strategy of the association has been one of the biggest challenges for IAPD to form consensus on. Ron has stepped in and developed an impressive think tank of volunteers who are mapping out what is realistic, feasible, and necessary for IAPD to take advantage of international growth opportunities, as well as serve our current international members. Ron Court is truly setting the pace for the future of IAPD.
So, when Susan Avery called me and told me that I had won a Pacesetter Award at IAPD, I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised. Then she asked if I would be in a video at the opening session, at which point I please begged her to give the award to somebody else. I don't look so great on camera. Hey, lucky for all of you, today is filming day, and as usual, I'm on an airplane waiting for takeoff. But let me say a few words of thanks before I'm forced to turn off my mobile phone. Receiving this award is an honor and a very welcome surprise, especially since Kevin Short will probably stop harping at me that he was once a Pacesetter winner. I've gotten really tired of that. In all seriousness, the people at IAPD mean a great deal to me, and the association means just as much to our industry. That is why I volunteer. Thanks to all of you who do the same. For those of you new to IAPD, I strongly encourage you to get involved because you do get out of it what you put into it.
Please turn off all electronic devices.
I gotta run because they are closing the doors and I want to avoid those nasty over-the-shoulder looks that the flight attendants sometimes give when you're 2 seconds too late with turning off your phone. So enjoy the conference.
Paul Davis of Plastics Manufacturing and Supply Corporation in Cleveland, Ohio had a vision. He recognized how difficult it was for a small independent plastics distributor to compete with a much larger distributor, and he longed for the same buying power that a multi-branch distributor enjoyed. In the summer of 1956, he began calling on other small distributors to see if there were other owners interested in joining together and becoming a larger voice in the trade. Paul recruited 6 individuals representing 4 plastics distributors at that first meeting. This small group launched what was initially named the United Plastics Warehouse Corporation and today is known as the International Association of Plastics Distribution. In 1986, IAPD created the Paul Davis Award of Merit and bestowed Paul Davis as the first recipient of this most esteemed award. It is our distinct pleasure to announce this year's recipient of the prestigious Paul Davis Award of Merit to Howard Natal, Vice President of Atlas Fiber Company. There are people that dedicate a substantial portion of their career volunteering and giving time to the association. Some pick 1 or 2 opportunities, but a select few tirelessly work on behalf of the association and always find a way to continue to contribute. Then there is someone like Howard Natal, in whom volunteering and contributing is ingrained in their DNA, and they continue to drive the advancement of the industry and association regardless of their official role within the association. Howard began his time in IAPD with the Young Executives Committee in 2000. After this early start, he began his journey in volunteering and contributing to IAPD in just about every area of the association. Howard served on the board from 2001 to 2006. He then was elected to the Executive Committee in 2007 and served as president in 2010 to 2011. During his time on the Executive Committee, one of the members of the EC had to step down due to a family illness, and Howard served a second term, making his commitment to the Executive Committee a total of 6 years. While serving on the board and Executive Committee, Howard also chaired the convention for 2 years as Vice President, and now serves on the Scholarship Committee, the Convention and Expo Committee, and the Editorial Committee. He has served on the EPDA Board of Directors, the Change Committee, the Nominating Committee, and the ASI Board of Trustees. His company, Atlas Fiber, has advertised in every single issue of the IAPD magazine since its inception. Howard is more than his volunteering. He's someone who epitomizes passion for IAPD and the industry. He is one of IAPD's most proliferate cheerleaders for engagement, volunteerism, building membership, strengthening our relationship with our European colleagues in EPDA, raising funds for the IAPD Charitable Foundation Scholarship Program, promoting the IAPD Expo, supporting the IAPD Magazine, and building and maintaining relationships and friendships in IAPD. Even after serving his time on the board and executive committee, he continues to serve on committees and continues with extreme passion in supporting IAPD and the industry in just about every way possible. With one phone call, Howard will jump on a plane to do a site visit, attend a meeting, or serve in any capacity needed for IAPD. To say that Howard deserves recognition and this award is without question. It is also without question that Howard will continue to find ways to stay engaged and volunteer, serve IAPD and its members, be a champion for our industry, and be the smiling, outgoing, and extremely personable professional for many more years. Howard is someone you can always count on to come through when needed. This is just the beginning for Howard, but it's a good time for IAPD to recognize him for everything he has done and will continue to do for IAPD. Thank you, Howard. It is an honor to present you with the Paul Davis Award of Merit.